Warning, explicit content. Blood, guts, swearing, lots of bad words, adult themes, no nudity though. Lots of violence. Did I say violence? Viewers' discretion is advised. Welcome back, and I hope you guys are ready for another exciting episode of Pathfinders Wrath of the Righteous. Of course, we're going to be screaming, yelling at the dice roller, and just generally being like, "Ah!" But, you know, it's all in good fun. So let's enjoy the story. Let's kill some monsters, do some dungeons, and see what comes next. So let's go and hop into it. Oh shit, there's an Omox. Go, little dragon! I believe they're immune to sleep. Yeah.
Away, you rascal! Your time is over.
Okay. Let's go ahead and buff them.
There's something over there.
There's loot down there. More Omox. We surprised them? We did surprise them. Very nice. Go, little gnome. He's actually pretty fast for a gnome. Oh, I failed spell resistance on one of them.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, they do acid damage.
You offend me.
Okay. Acid. Get in there, doggo. And you tripped it. That's fucking funny.
Retreat is not an option.
Not rolling above a 10 is, apparently.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Stand down.
A pale youngster practically prostrates himself before you. Finally, someone's here. And it's the Crusaders, too. Please, help me. I'm all alone and I don't know what to do. This lad's appearance perfectly matches the description of one of the cultists who are supposed to arrive with the lost escort. Rigel notes dispassionately, gripping the handle of his weapon. A cultist? Me? No. It's just I'm just an apprentice craftsman. They made us work against our will. Calm down and tell me everything. Start at the beginning. He raises his light-colored eyes to meet yours. As you command, it's true. I worked in that workshop for, you know, the Baphomet folks, but I didn't do anything wrong. They dragged us there and threw us in the basement. They made us work, fed us a little, but also beat us sometimes. And then these folks in black armor turned up and killed the guards, tied us up, brought us here and left us. Please, help me. I'm afraid to cross the whirlwind by myself. What happened to the black armored knights who captured you? I'm telling you, they left us here. They brought us all the way here, tied us up, and then left us to die. And they laughed about it too. Farewell, you cultist bastards. Either demons will eat you or you'll die of hunger soon enough. They said that and left. There, toward that hill. It was the only one. I was the only one to escape. I untied myself and tried to hide. Where are the other captives? There's no one else. The demons showed up and killed everyone. I was the only one who got away. Rigel, does this make any sense to you? Rigel growls through clenched teeth with an uncharacteristic passion. As far as I can see, he's an accomplice of the occultists, an accessory to their crimes. He must be interrogated harshly, tortured if necessary, then executed if it turns out he knows nothing. It seems to me like the cultist is either lying or keeping something from us, or even worse. The lad recoils, and then surprisingly deftly jumps away from you.
They choose to stand against me?
Oh, Follower of Virtues. You have a shit AC. Rigel nods to himself. One less demon. Splendid. This is further proof that those tainted by the cult, perhaps all the captured cultists were possessed by demons, and they assaulted the knights when they thought the moment was right. A reasonable assumption. Let's see what else we're able to find. I must commend your shrewdness. We must have had it rough if you didn't have unmasked the demon. We must verify the claim that the knights returned to the outpost. Move out. The Hell Knight outpost is shrouded in silence. The 3 chapters seem to have simply vanished, leaving only the pillars of smoke from their fires to testify to the recent presence of the living. That doesn't seem to unnerve Rigel in the slightest. He dispassionately scans the empty camp as if waiting for something. Breaking the prevailing silence, a sudden musical laugh sounds harsh and almost sinister. Knight Commander, at last. I've been dying to meet you. Come on, don't be so sullen. Come on over and have a little rest after your journey. You can always stab me or hit me with a spell a bit later, if you feel like doing that at all, of course. Avu looks around timidly. It's so scary here. Can we grab these tasty treats and find a place that isn't as scary? What an arrogant, talkative demon we've got here. I can see you've made yourself quite at home in our camp. What have we here? Oh, one of those black armored blockheads. Why don't you join me and the commander for a little meal? Surely the mighty Hell Knight isn't scared of a little temptation. The demon bats her eyelashes innocently. Rigel subtly frowns. Surprisingly, he then steps forward without hesitation and sits next to the demon. Let's talk. Why is this camp deserted, demon? Karanda. My name is Karanda. As for the camp's inhabitants, well, that's a long story. Please sit, Commander. We have a lot to discuss. Rigel, don't you think we should refuse this demon's request? The Hell Knight permits himself an odd smirk. Sometimes it's useful to know your enemy. Accept the invitation. All right, let's talk. The demon claps her hands joyfully. Garou, you have no idea how eager I was to meet you, and how quickly I got here when I discovered you were coming. Do you feel at ease talking to me in this shape? Because I can always slip into something more comfortable. With a snap of her fingers, Karanda becomes a golden-haired, bright-eyed young man, dressed in a white of a Sarenrae cleric. I can look like this, so likable, so trustworthy. Or if you'd prefer my favorite form, it has driven so many crusaders out of their minds. The demon's playful pose oddly clashes with the strict, upright appearance of Queen Galfrey. Very charming, says Rigel. Now, stop this farce, demon. Oh, Sir Knight, do tell me, aren't you bored with yourself? Every soul must feel something to get their blood pumping. Some are driven by avarice, others by lust, and others still by envy. And if you think you've managed to shield yourself from every vice and every flaw, well, that just means you are blind. And your vice is the greatest of them all, pride. Are you here to preach to us, or do you actually have something meaningful to say? The demon's expression grows serious. I apologize for the frivolity. Knight Commander. It's so hard to restrain myself. I blame those Hell Knights. Ugh. No denizens of the Abyss could torture them as thoroughly as they punish themselves. But now on to business. I have a rather unusual request. I'd like to become a Crusader. And before 1,001 objections escape your mouth, think about this. Your fame precedes you by quite some distance. They speak of you even down in the Abyss. We have never encountered anyone possessing such power. That is so exciting. The demon exhales loudly. I even heard that part of your power trickles down to you to your most loyal companions. So why would a clever lady like me keep on serving demon lords when instead there's someone so unusual and intriguing? I can't promise you I'm going to kneel before that Iomade of yours right away, but I have many, many interesting stories to tell you about my friends from the Abyss. Of course, I can also be of personal use to you. Any shape you desire, remember? I'm not even sure which of your suggestions was more revolting, demon, as in Regil, your effortless betrayal of your kin, or your filthy insinuations. Corinda's tail springs up, and its tip gently caresses Regil's cheek. Oh, do smile a little, Hell Knight. This isn't hell yet. I'm not interested in your personal use, but I could do with some information about your fellow demons. Tell me everything you know, then you may consider yourself enlisted. Fine, but I'm not used to giving up so easily, the demon chuckles. Want me to convince you? Here's a little tease. You asked me about the Hell Knights from the camp. They've locked themselves up in the outpost main building, scared out of their wits. Go let them out. I'll join you later and tell you everything I know about the plans of my former allies. That's a serious conversation, so we'll have to be very thorough. Regil's expression is difficult to read, but he does not seem very happy, though clenched teeth, he says, "Come, we must examine the building."
The world is full of wonder.
Yes, the world is full of wonder. Wonder why this is happening. I wonder why that's happening.
So exciting.
It is exciting. A tall man wearing black armor and a full helm salutes you with his sword. Knight Commander, you have rallied to our defense. We were forced to retreat under the onslaught of Demon Coranda and her lackeys. We held position for as long as we could, but we were sure to perish without outside help. The knight adds in a hushed voice, "Many of us are injured. Could you assist us, please? We hid the wounded in the back of the outpost, so that the demons couldn't reach them so easily." Regil remains silent and calculating as he studies the knights. Speaking of helping your wounded, yes, Commander? I've helped enough already. The demons upstairs are dead. You can take care of the rest. But Knight Commander, we were waiting for you. Regil draws his weapons. Enough of the theatrics. You should be more attentive, Garou. There's not a single Hell Knight among them. These are the runaway cultists wearing fake armor. Or rather, demons clothed in the bodies of cultists wearing fake armor. I knew you'd ruin everything, Gnome. I think I'll kill you first. I mean, I already knew that they weren't Hell Knights, because the Hell Knights wouldn't be like, "Oh, we're wounded," and they wouldn't have retreated like this. So I'm gonna go to sleep. Yes! Run! You don't need to be that close. Angler of Vices. We're gonna summon an angel and move up. And these guys do cold damage on their attacks. You're gonna me.
Kneel before me.
Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, you're done with that. That's sure. Oh, you sleepy. So sleepy. Ooh, succubuses. I know the next spell I'm casting. There, going after Woljif. Does he have one memorized? It doesn't look like it. Okay. I don't want to hit that one. Unsnap that. Okay. Extend the sleeping. Oh, there's Karanda. Yeah, so we're going to
Your time is over.
do that. Go ahead and mirror image yourself. Move up. Drink your mutagen. So I forgot to do that last time I was out there. Get him, little dragon. Go. Okay, starting to feel a little better. Let's pop a prayer. Nope, I should have done the fucking AoE protect. I'm a dumbass. Way to get fucked up with attacks of Op, boys. Fuck those ones up in the back. Oh.
You offend me.
Time to share your treasures.
Very nice. Oh, it was chain lightning. Oh shit, he's unconscious. He'll be fine. Go to sleep. Yeah, yeah. I'm fine. We're gonna go with that.
Away, you rascal.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, you're exhausted, aren't
Stab
you?
or zap you. Why not both?
Alright, let's finish your movements. And we're going to get the archer back here, and then we'll deal with the ones that are passed out. You move over there. Actually, you should be fine. You guys are sleepy. Go ahead and chant. And
Your time is over.
oh, he doesn't have any spells memorized. Oh well. All right. Mon Diva. Shit. Could have dropped a heal.
You
Oh well.
offend me. Stand down.
Distract them for me.
Move over. David's gonna stand there. Oh, nope, he's gonna wake him up.
Away, you rascal! Away, you rascal!
You can pass your turn. You're not gonna do shit. Get him. Very good. Angler of Vices. Wait! The ugly shadow hisses. Let me ransom my life, Crusader. I have loot, much loot that I picked off the fallen. Surely it's worth the price of letting one poor soul slink back to the abyss. The cultist Halsage trembles with fear and fails to utter a word. His eyes are pleading. I don't need your handouts. The demon grabs the throat of the kneeling cultist with his claws. Are you as deaf to compassion as you are to avarice? Have mercy on this mortal I used as a vessel. If you lay a hand on me, he's dead. You'll only commit more atrocities if I let you live. Die. And you became Chunky Salsa. The demon's death rattle reverberates off the walls. In his dying agony, he squeezes the kneeling cultist's neck with his claws, practically tearing the man's throat out. We vanquished the demons, but we still don't know where the knights from the camp are. Regil casts a stern glance at you in your direction. Take a look around you, if you think it's best. At best. Then we must leave. It's time.
With grace? Is there trouble?
I think people are exhausted.
Exciting.
Let's go and deal with that.
Pretty good, aren't I?
You're alright at best. Huh. They're all down there. Paralictor Amanos Renth. Paralictor Amanos Renth leans on his longsword. At last. How did it go, Paralictor Durenge? Exactly as it should have. Want details, Renth? Prod your signifiers. After all, your orders take such pride in them. These must be the 3 missing chapters, right? Of course. Regil pauses, then deliberately continues in a louder voice so that Amanos and the other knights can hear him too. Everything that happened was in a way a show. We'd received reports about location of several particularly cunning demons, not the fighting kind, but those who specialize in deceit and temptation. We could have surrounded and destroyed their hideout, but instead we let them know that the Knight Commander of Dresden would soon arrive in our deserted camp. The fiends swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. How do any of them miss an opportunity to prove themselves by killing the new leader of the crusade? Demons love talking about pride of mortals, but in fact they suffer from that vice far more than anyone else. Regil's smile is a cruel one. Now, for the critical bit, my reasons. Even though the orders knew a lot about the new commander's behavior, that information lacked veracity and consistency. For instance, it's always useful to know just how well your principal ally is able to resist deceit and temptation, and so I suggested that they meet with Karanda and her cohorts. So you were testing me? Yes, I was. Regil doesn't look away. Someone had to, seeing that Her Majesty Galfrey of Mendev is so prone to bestowing titles and armies without a second thought. Regil lowers his voice a touch, and yet you can't claim that I was insincere. I'd made myself crystal clear when I stated my interest in your person and your unusual powers back when we first met. I also mentioned how important you are for the crusade and our shared cause. We are at the vanguard of what is possibly the most important war of our age. No one can afford the privilege of blind trust with these stakes. There are flaws in the way you approach problems, but nothing that cannot be corrected. A new leader can be forgiven some shortcomings. I hope you outgrow them quickly. Did it cross your mind I could die during this test of yours? Regil seems to be slightly taken aback. Of course it did. Our main force was positioned nearby, and they were ready to advance at the first sign of real trouble. I was not going to deprive the Crusaders of their commander and sow chaos among the already sorely undisciplined ranks. I understand your concern and don't begrudge you this test. Regil bows respectfully. I am glad we've reached an understanding, and I am sorry that I had to resort to such measures. Now that we've discussed everything, there's still a small matter to attend to. Regil looks at the ranks of the Hell Knights and raises his voice. Yanker Ankele, 2 steps forward. I hear and obey, Paralector Derenge. We must speak about your role in recent events. You received my order to visit the Knight Commander in Dresden and feed her misleading information. How should a Hell Knight behave in this situation? Yanker swallows dryly as he tries to feign composure. A Hell Knight must obey his commander's orders. If his commander's orders directly contradict the tenets of the measure and the chain, or go against the order's interests, then the knight must report his commander to the higher order command. Regel's piercing gaze bores into the young knight. And what did you do? Did you report me? No, sir. With your permission, sir. I deduced that it was some kind of test for the knight commander. That didn't seem right to me, but you don't have my permission to blabber excuses, knight. You're going to punish Yanker for no... you gave him an order, and now you're going to punish him for following it. Well, if the commander deems my verdict faulty, then we shall postpone this review of your actions. Dismissed. That is all. Thank you for your visit, Commander. And just like that, the episode for today is over. The narrator's a little tired. You gotta give him some props for, going at it. But thank you for hanging out and watching Pathfinders Wrath of the Righteous. Hopefully you guys had fun. So if you did, do the thing. Like, comment, subscribe, share it. The link for the previous episodes and next episodes should be in the descriptions, unless they are not out yet. If you want them early, you could always beg for them in the comments, maybe. Tell me your favorite part of each episode. Let me know you guys are enjoying it. And with that, I will let you guys get back to your day, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for hanging out.